mine. I'm talking Payoneer, Netspin, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparations, 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 check reparations.
Well, if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody.
Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we will be discussing Donald Glover says Tina Fey told him he was a diversity hire on 30 Rock. We'll be discussing that and more on this episode of Hakuna Matata when we return from these short messages.
Von Savage Media. Von Savage Media. Von Savage Media. Von Savage Media.
Welcome back. This is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. And today I am your host, TZ Von Savage, in the place to be Sucker MCs. This is a Huffington Post article. Elise Wanshell, Donald Glover. Both of you Donald Glovers is Hakuna Matata's P, huh? And what you say when she told you was a diversity hire, and then you spreading that like Donald Glover says he didn't get his first big break in show business solely based on merit because Tina Fey told him he was a diversity hire. Yeah, but you didn't go out on the street to anybody you seen and was like, oh yeah, you're hired. In fact, if we're going to be technical about it, she's a diversity hire. If we're going to bust nuts. The Atlanta creator and star, who also raps under the name Childish Gambino, reflected on his time on 30 Rock in a GQ profile published Tuesday. The Swarm creator told the magazine that he was still living in his NYU dorm when he got his first job writing for Fey's NBC sitcom in 2006. Glover described himself at the time as struggling with some pretty heavy impersonator syndrome. Because you letting these people tell you ain't supposed to be there because you've been trying to curry favor and be accepted your whole life. It definitely didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. Why not? Glover told GQ, I used to have stressed dreams every night where I was doing cartwheels on the top of a New York skyscraper with the other writers watching me. Some of his anxiety may have been due to the knowledge that he was hired as part of a diversity initiative at NBC. Don't you think that's why she told you that, to try to throw you off your square, to try to elicit those type of feelings out of you, like you didn't deserve to be there, like you were only there because you are black. It goes on to say, in which adding a black writer to your writer's room didn't count against your budget. So what? Why would you hire a black writer if you thought they were whack? You're just not going to use the material anyways, right? So why add an extra? Why not just not hire a black person at all? Don't even have them come in there. No, because you knew Cuz had talent. It ain't like you didn't have some finalists that you knew that were dope out here, and you were like, man, we got these 5 black writers, man. We heard they're super dope. Let's try to poach them, P. Let's try to go get them. Let's try to give them pennies and then insult them and play mind games with them so we can say, see, we gave them a chance. They just don't got the mind power. They don't got the willpower to go ahead and stick in there. They're just not smart enough. It's in their DNA that they're just not good enough. And every chance we get, we're going to go ahead and try to pound that into their head that they are inferior. It goes on to say, according to there's an initiative at NBC in which adding a black writer to your writer's room didn't count against your budget. According to GQ, Glover said that Fey made him well aware of why he was hired. There is no animosity between us or anything like that, of course. She's still cool. But Tina Fey said it herself. That's what she told me. I mean, we're still good. Look at our picture. Look how close we are. You know, she allegedly bobbed me up too, but I can't tell y'all about that. It was she said it herself, it was a diversity thing. Glover said the last 2 people who were fighting for the job were me and blackish creator Kenya Barris. What I say? I knew y'all had some black star power, and you was just trying to go poach out there. Don't try to act like he was whack. And you just let her do it to you. And then you sitting there posing for pictures. You ain't have to pose for this picture, I'll tell you that. We ain't just got to be all Ace Boone Coon, I'll tell you that. No pun intended, Ace Boone Coonerary. Glover laughed at it, and I didn't know it was between me and him until later. He hit me one day and was like, I hated you for years. And he a Kuna Matata too. Just for hating him like it was his choice. That's what they do. Oh, Django syndrome. Put y'all up against each other and y'all go right for it. Faye and Glover at the Emmy Awards in 2018. That's that picture while he's pump faking. Despite knowing he was working on the hit NBC sitcom due to budgetary reasons, Tracy Morgan, who starred on the sitcom, told GQ that Glover exhibited his talents and worthiness of being on the writing staff in spades. In spades? Come on, Trace. What is you doing, cuz, man? My goodness. Y'all need to get some B1 training. We offer that course coming soon. When I first read his writing during 30 Rock, I was like, he's got it, Morgan told GQ. Faye has spoken highly of Glover in the past as well. When Glover snagged a spot on Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People in 2017, Faye gushed about his talent. Get out of here. You're just trying to dick ride when somebody's in the sunlight to try to make your sunshine brighter, P. Come on, stop it. He worked hard and contributed a lot of good jokes. But you're just a diversity hire. That's all. You ain't even supposed to be here. Faye wrote in a blurb for the magazine, just a little blurb. You got a couple scribbles. Blurb for the magazine at the time. After a few years, he requested a meeting with me and fellow producer Robert Carlock. Donald was grateful for the opportunity, but felt like he should leave to pursue acting. Of the many writers who have suggested this over the past 20 years, Donald is the only one with whom I ever agreed 100%. He should go be a star. It ain't what you said. Faye also admitted in the past that Glover was hired because he's black. You're a hater. In a 2018 New York profile on Glover, She says she felt he was talented, but was hired in part due to funds from the NBC's diversity initiative that made him free. Just slavery. We got to get that free labor. Y'all just want to get the free labor anytime. That's how this whole United States of America built on the blacks of black people. Your whole 30 Rock show was built on the black talent, P. Period. That was free. You're free labor. You're garbage. You're garbage. Instead of saying, he's dope. Hey, however it happened, he definitely had earned it. He's talented. He's just that guy. You won't say that. You won't say that because he skeeted in your eye, allegedly. She also alludes to Glover being a diversity hire in her 2011 memoir, Bossy Pants, but argues his contribution to providing diversity to the writer's room was not based on his race. You just said that. Come on, man. Donald was our only African American writer at the time, but his real diversity was that he was our only cool young person. Shut up. Who could tell us what the kids were listening to these days, Faye wrote in her book via Vulture. Shut up. I ain't really racist. You see what I said? It was just that he was young. It was youngism. That's what we was doing. Yeah. What did we learn today here, boys and girls? Stop trying to curry favor and be accepted, P. Now, this man had all kind of syndromes. I ain't supposed to be here syndrome. I'm whack syndrome. Come on, man. But knowing we got to go extra hard in the paint and being twice as good, that ain't no syndrome. We've been doing that for years. And that is why cut the check, sign the petition, zeroantiblacksracism.com for the reparations, for all the payment of the double work that we have to do, the triple, quadruple work for having to be 1,000 times better. We should be compensated for that reason alone. Not to mention all the killing, all the raping, all the pillaging, all the free labor, like even on this show. Not our show, that show. But hey, even on this show, how Boob Tube want to hate and not cut our check. Huh? Want to stop viral videos because we talking that blackity black B1? Huh? That's why. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do. Love, peace. Sometimes you need this peace to get this peace. Blessings, be a blessing, give a blessing. Don't be afraid to receive a blessing. And Maloha, gotta go ha. I'm out the Doha for show ha. Big brother, light bright, supreme, almighty, signing off.
Music, Jesus.